Huge gains today on BYND, and I want to give a big shout out to the Discord members who made money on that and who continue to make money on it. We're talking about two plays today, IQST most importantly, and BYND. Is it over? Where is it going to go? What did our gains look like? Watch until the end of the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications on. Guys, this stock has had tremendous revenue growth, but no movement in its stock whatsoever. Yet we saw institutions quietly load the most that they have ever loaded on this play right here. Institutions including Vanguard, Geode, Virtu, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, names that you have heard before, and their price to sales ratio is trading at a 0.08x, and the average for their sector is about 3.3x, showing that they are trading well beneath what they should be trading at. Now, their financial health, their balance sheet, everything is looking very good going forward for the company. But why are they predicting something so big? Coming into 2027, the company is predicting $1 billion in revenue and has a forecasted analyst price target of $18 a share, which is a 200% gain end of year this year. Now, we're going to talk about their forecast in a second, but the stock also has a 5% short interest. I'm going to leave both of these links down below because this company is one that I actually might throw into my long-term portfolio for the next couple of years. Again, this is IQST. It is listed on the NASDAQ. This is a global tech company bridging telecom, fintech, AI, and cybersecurity. They have interviews with the CEO on YouTube, as well as a couple other very educational videos on the company. The management team is one of the strongest I have ever seen. They are striving to continue to grow this company, and I don't know what it's going to be in 10 years, but it could be huge. Now, they're active in over 20 countries. IQST connects emerging markets through telecom infrastructure, fintech payment rails, and next-gen digital services. Now, let's look at their revenue growth and see if their projections are at all on point or on par with what they're saying for 2027. 2024, their revenue was $283 million. 2025, they're forecasting $340 million with a run rate approaching $400 million. So it's not hype. This is pre-revenue. This is not just pre-revenue hype. It's pre-revenue projecting $1 billion in 2027. Management's roadmap aims for $1 billion in annual revenue within 2 years. At today's valuation, even modest execution could unlock massive potential expansions. Now, that is annual revenue within 2 years, meaning within 2 years, their annual revenue will be at minimum $1 billion per year, continuing likely to grow. Now, the Globetopper acquisition adds cross-border payments and digital remittance solutions, opening doors to a $1 trillion fintech market. If you look right here at their landing page, you can see that they have went through 12 mergers and acquisitions since 2018. Their revenue mix is 80% telecom and 20% fintech, and you can see their revenue growth right here. A debt-free company, no convertible notes, no warrants, $283 million revenue in 2024, $35 million revenue in July alone of 2025, $400 million revenue run rate in August of 2025, $15 million EBITDA run rate in 2026, $1 billion revenue run rate in 2027, and the stock is trading at $5. Guys, put this one on your radar ASAP. Now, AI and cybersecurity expansion as well with this company. It doesn't stop through their partnership that they have right here through Cycurian. I probably pronounced that wrong, maybe not. They're developing AI-driven cybersecurity tech for global telecoms, combining infrastructure with intelligence. We talked a little bit about their numbers, but Q1 of this year, their revenue was $57.6 million, which was also an increase year over year of almost 13%. Telecom operations continue to fuel steady revenue while the high margin tech divisions scale. If we continue on, we can see that they recently adjusted their balance sheet very positively. They were recently listed on the NASDAQ, but the CEOs themselves, the management team as well, state that that is not the end goal. The NASDAQ listing isn't the end goal. The people who are running this are striving for more. They are striving for more and more and more, in which case you see a lot of companies end up slowing down, but not this one. Their CEO is driving measurable progress between revenue growth, reduced debt, expanding high margin divisions, which is huge for their projections as well. And they're ultimately positioning themselves as a global digital infrastructure powerhouse, the kind of company larger tech or telecom plays may eventually acquire. I think that IQST stands out as a small cap and it stands out probably number one as a small cap or right around the top three, unless you bring me another company that, I could look into and possibly find something with. But this company is coming out with hot news on the daily, and they are really, really showing the demand for what they got going on. Put that one on your radar. I want to talk about BYND, Beyond Meat. This is trading at now $4.47. I want to state that earlier in Discord, we called out Beyond basically to a T. We called out Beyond this morning because people were asking for some levels. 254 to 377. Before the day closed, we came right in this range. We came 255. We retraced right down, right around that region. Had resistance right here. Came all the way up. Closed right around that 377 level. And now we are pushing after hours up another 23%. Will Beyond stop? Now, I talked a little bit about this in Discord. And it's important to note that, let me find it. Just so BYND saw an increase in volume. Let's look at the volume. On Friday, we talked about how crazy it was that, or Saturday, we talked about how crazy it was that Beyond got 1.2 billion in volume. Now, I also stated, if we see volume follow through, as well as a push up, this thing is not over. We saw 1.9 billion in volume today. Beyond has a short interest now of 62.5% according to Fintel, as well as MarketBeat and a couple other platforms. And this was higher, 80-something% before the 1 billion. But we do have a settlement date, I believe is narrowed down to T+1 now. So this report is not accurate. I don't know how many shorts exited right now, but is BYND over? I'm not too certain. BYND has gotten some very good news recently. Their news is timed with Wall Street bets all flying into this. And now institutions are participating with one of the highest short interests, if not the highest short interest reported. Beyond is squeezing institutional shorts out of the game, institutions into the game, and retail into the game. The only thing that you need to know is that do not be the last ones holding the bag. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything in this video is completely on your own. Okay, this is all opinionated. Everything I cover is opinionated. IQST, sponsored stock. Make sure to do your own due diligence and research. I do like that one a lot though. BYND, all the way up to 432. How much higher can it go? We have some levels drawn out on the chart. If we continue higher tomorrow, pre-market, whatever, watch 640. Really pay attention to 640. 640 to 825. I don't believe Beyond's going higher than that. If it goes higher than that, you're watching the $12.50 to $21 range. Okay, I don't believe it goes higher beyond that, but then we will evaluate. I'll give you my levels from there. Again, watch 640 tomorrow. It's going to be a crucial level. That's if we even continue to carry the momentum. And if we don't, and we see a hard sell-off, you could very quickly see 250 again on Beyond. But again, what they're doing, the news, the partnerships, the debt, I believe they cleared $1 billion in debt or something along the lines of that. It's very good. It is very good. A company with a 277 million market cap now that is trading at $4 and almost 2 billion in volume is absurd. This is a very volatile play. And even with the 400% implied volatility, we made major gains on Beyond. So I'm very happy with the profits that I've already taken along with some Discord members. Last but not least, and people have already clicked off the video if they don't care about this. AMC, this is blue, correlated over Beyond. I've talked about where we're at. And if you're not following along my videos, make sure to follow along the videos. I posted one earlier today. You're going to want to go watch. I posted 2 yesterday as well, all correlated to this. But we are at this point of interest, and you can see that Beyond has gotten its pop after this curled down, but our other plays haven't. Just be on the lookout. I'll leave it at that. That is it, guys. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.